Welcome to Tush Twins, seen exclusively on MalcolmPresents.com, a streaming platform heard round the world and beyond. I'm curious to find out where beyond is.
Ooh, beyond. I'm not curious.
I'm Malcolm Berman. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, but the Tush Twins are Maxine and Paula Rusty, or whatever her name is,
At the
this week.
moment. What are you
At the
this week?
moment. This week, let me see. I'm Rusty Rose.
Rusty
Rusty
Rose.
Rose.
Okay. So each
I'm an
each week,
exotic dancer.
instead of many shades of green, we're gonna have to do a many shades of red question every week
Yeah.
for the Tush Twin. What's your shade of red today?
Yeah,
Uh,
many shades of rusty.
Many shades of rusty. I mean,
Many shades of Rusty.
it's a
Besides, I need
thing.
an oiling.
Anyway,
I,
guys, let's start out with the key with the top the number one topic today is
there's a few
June.
topics
June.
actually.
Yeah, I know,
So
but let's get Juneteenth.
you want to get
But
Juneteenth
Willie,
because there's
Yeah.
but
also
Willie
Willie Mays,
Mays.
which goes into Juneteenth
Well,
Yes.
because there's a reason I say that. I just want to put out there and give him homage because he was
Willie.
literally one of the greatest baseball players to ever play the game.
Yes. And he was a
Uh,
gentleman.
right, and he had class.
He had
Right.
class.
So
Never heard anything negative about him.
never.
Never.
So the
He's
so
classy family
he
man.
he made amazing catches. He spectacular ones, and there's actually footage of
Hmm
the catch that he caught over his head as he was running to dead center field, and he caught it, and then he threw it into second and got the guy. I mean,
He's amazing.
unbelievable. And his 660
1954 World Series against
right in
Cleveland.
51. So anyway, so he had an amazing bat, an ability to run, steal. He broke through the color barrier actually, and he faced a
Yes.
lot of discrimination. And it was, he would go up to the plate and get booed and jeered because of that. But until when they saw him perform and his talent, they were swayed a bit. So
I think he
I
was
was
the
reading.
fourth. I think he was the fourth a black player to break the barrier, the
Yeah,
race
well,
barrier.
he actually was in the Negro League, and
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
and I think was it Birmingham? I don't know, but they're now using the stats from that league for the Major League Baseball stats.
right. To
So they're
combine them.
About
combining the stats. So
time.
now his stats have even gone higher. Uh,
But
but
unfortunately, when he was in the army during the Korean War, he would have hit Babe Ruth. He would have been one of the top hitters because he lost almost
he,
2 years.
It was
he
2 years.
still was a top hitter. 660 home runs, I think he
It's
had, which is
600 and
Mhm.
change.
yeah, something like that. So, but why I'm bringing it into to Juneteenth is there was a really great obit in the New York Times. I mean, they touched everything. And they said that well he broke the color barrier, faced discrimination for many years. He
Right,
said that black and white teammates remained apart early in his career. He said for a while we couldn't stay in the same hotels. We'd
right.
get to Chicago, we'd get off on the south side, they'd get off on the north side. And this kept going for a while.
Yes,
Now
it did.
we talk about Juneteenth and about the struggles and about that they, even though 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, they were still slaves in Galveston, Texas. It
Well, come
and
on.
then
Look at Texas today.
yeah, well, oh my God, I don't want to. I don't want to be there. I don't
Keeping
want to
my
go there.
mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, but so yeah, it fits into what we're
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
in
the
a way, yeah.
history of it. And just one more thing before we go into Juneteenth, Leo DeRocher was his manager for many years, and he said he
Yes.
just saw greatness in Mays. And he used the word about him, the word he used, he goes, the word is magnetism, a personal magnetism which infects everybody around them with the feeling that this is the man who will carry them to victory.
And he
Everyone
did.
was so, he was like a magnet. And he was just a people guy. You know, he loved dealing with the youth when he was older and giving them, you know, mentoring, and just an all around good person.
Well,
He was,
you can
yeah,
tell, you know, I'm into athletics, so you know, for him, he represents more than just a player because it's
Right.
when I was growing up in New York, we had three teams. We had the Brooklyn
yeah.
Dodgers, we had the New York Giants, and the New York Yankees, and
Mm-hmm.
all of them had this top center fielder. Willie
Right.
Mays being the Giants, Mickey
Right.
Mantle being the New
Mental.
York Yankees, and Duke Snyder being
Duke
the
Snyder,
Brooklyn
the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Right,
And
right.
I
and you
met Duke Snyder.
Did you
and you
ever
can
go to
go.
the Polo Grounds, Malcolm?
No,
I went once,
I was never there.
I
but
wasn't
I
No.
there.
didn't
We were
see
too
a
young.
Giant game. I think I saw a football game there.
Oh, yeah, I never
Dennis
did.
has gone to Polo Grounds a few times, but
Really?
I,
I
I'm
remember.
an Ebbets Field man myself.
Right. I was never in Ebbets Field. My brothers
never
and dad
gone.
would go, but I was never
Yeah, we used to take the subway
at,
there,
well, yeah, you know, well, you take the
and
subway to the
and
Yankees or the Mets, you know,
Yeah.
same thing.
yeah, and I have an autograph book. In those days, there I think I spoke about this. There was no parking lot in the baseball stadium. Now you go to the baseball stadium, and all the players park inside the parking lot within the stadium that's guarded. Back then, they had to park outside in the street. So after they took their shower and
Imagine.
left, they had to walk into the streets, and we used to wait outside
Oh, cool.
It's
because
like waiting at the stage door, right?
yeah, we knew where the dressing room door was, and we used to
Mm-hmm.
follow them to get autographs, and a lot of them took postcards, self-addressed postcards, and we got back. So I have a whole slew of them, which I turned over to my son. That's sort of
Mm-hmm.
his legacy.
Right. Well, I'm sure it's worth something. But anyway, so we're in a heat dome right now where 200 million people in this country or more are affected by this. So it's been hot, 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 and I don't know how they're gonna play baseball in this today, but good luck. That's all I can say.
Well,
Uh,
No, I couldn't
I
be
don't know where
there. I
they're playing,
couldn't
but a
watch.
lot of the stadiums are indoors now,
and a lot of the stadiums are not.
or out right.
No.
I mean, here in New York, we have Citi Field and Yankee Stadium. They're outside,
It's
uh,
Outside.
and I know Dodger Stadium's outside. I think most of the stadiums in LA are
Dodger Stadium.
outside. Right.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
outside.
there's. I'm not. I mean, Arizona. I think they have a.
Indoor.
They
Arizona
have
was
a.
113 in Phoenix, so
They have the stadium that it closes, and I think Tampa has it, unless they have a new stadium. I don't know. They had more. I don't know how many they have now that are enclosed, but anyway. So it is Juneteenth as we're filming as we're taping this today, and I'll just explain what it is, and then we can go off that. Is that all right?
explain,
Yeah.
Lucy.
Explain. No, she's Lucy, so I'll have to be Ethel today.
Ethel,
Ethel,
the
explain.
Tilly.
I will now contact Tilly. And what was Tilly?
A
A,
puppy dog.
a dog. Right? Everyone thought it was like initially it was
I
a
was
lady. A lady. It was a dog. Anyhow, so in 18, I alluded to this earlier, 1865, the federal government arrived in Galveston, Texas to declare that all enslaved people must be freed because they were still, you know, the Emancipation Proclamation took effect, but it wasn't implemented until the Civil War ended and Confederate states surrendered. As a result, enslaved people in Texas were the last ones in the Confederacy to find out they were freed. They didn't know. And this went on for 2 years. So the date June 19th has become symbolic in Black history and culture and unity. And marks a significant and historic occasion commemorating the end of slavery in the United States following the Civil War.
Well,
And
not only Black history and United States history,
right,
Yep.
because
right, United.
it's not real. It's not well. It's not a Black holiday. It's a United States holiday. That's
States
why.
holiday. It's a national
But
holiday.
it's
Right.
based
That's what.
on what that the Union soldiers arrived
Right.
in Galveston, Texas, to inform the enslaved African Americans that the Civil War had ended and they were free because they didn't know
And
that
some of
had
them still and some white America doesn't know that the Civil War is over.
Right. No, it's
If you go down
Unfortunately,
south.
that's true.
so
Unfortunately.
so on June 16th, 2021, Congress made Juneteenth a federal holiday. And because a lot of states were already having public holidays and workers were getting off and closing state government. So President Biden, because people, when I asked people, they thought it was Obama who signed this.
Yeah, I
No,
No,
it
wonder
was
why.
President Biden on June 17th, 2021, signed it into law. And now we have Juneteenth, which is celebrated as a federal holiday to those who endured centuries of slavery and their descendants and who continue to fight for the rights of Black Americans and all Americans, actually. I mean, yeah, this is very specific to the
Yeah.
slavery
Yeah.
and
But the only thing I object to when they talk about slavery, it's almost I have a feeling that they think that the slavery was invented by the Americans, by the U.S.
oh
no,
no,
There's
it wasn't.
slavery throughout the world.
right.
The
Uh,
Jews were
When
enslaved.
Israel was in Egypt
well,
land,
I'm not
let
even
my
talking.
people
I'm not
go.
even talking about the Jewish people, but the blacks. I mean,
Everybody.
they
I
had
mean,
been enslaved by their own people who would capture them
Yes,
and
they
send them
were. They
to.
were enslaved by the English. They were
mhm,
enslaved by the Dutch.
right.
So I mean,
Well,
it's
the Dutch, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, when I was in Amsterdam, I was like, okay. Some of the people were okay, but some people were they're an interesting group.
the
Just
Dutch.
don't get caught in a bike path either way there, because you're did you have that problem when you were there? The
Yes,
bikes
the
were
bike path,
everywhere. It
bikes
doesn't
too.
matter which way you go. You look to the right, you look to the left. 9 out of 10, both are coming this way, and you're going to get run
Well,
over.
that's why I never traveled there.
Oh, it's crazy. I got
I
to
couldn't
go.
turn
No,
my head
there are
fast
some
enough.
things about Amsterdam that are wonderful. There's some
Oh
things
yeah,
that are very
absolutely. The
depressing.
canals.
The
My favorite
canals
thing
are
was
great.
the canal trip that I took. With
The museum, the
the
Rijksmuseum.
right. Yeah, there's and you know what? I couldn't get to see Van Gogh because I didn't 3 months in advance book it. And then that Thursday night they're supposed to let you in and they didn't let us in.
Oh my God!
And
And
I'm a
and
Van
and
No,
Gogh. I was
did
not
you claim
happy.
they were anti-Semitic?
I don't know. And but unfortunately
the
I went to
Rijksmuseum
no.
had did you see that they had
There
Van
was like
Goghs in
there
the
was one
Rijksmuseum?
Van Gogh there. I went. It
No,
was
there were
an
a few more.
amazing museum. I was there. I was happy to say I was there.
Yes.
But I did see the Van Gogh Museum from the outside. So I can say I was there, but I
I
didn't get
I I, I
inside.
saw videos of the museum.
So they and then Anne Frank Museum, uh,
Yes, I've been there.
I couldn't get into that either because we
You had a
didn't.
book that I booked that like
uh,
6 months in
I
advance.
didn't even know I was going 6 months in advance. So if you want to take a trip there and it's on the fly, good luck to you getting in almost anywhere. But the Anne Frank Museum, we went through. When we looked, they let us. We went in just to the inner part. But unfortunately, a couple of days before, there were SWAT stickers painted
Yeah, I
on
heard about that. It
the
was on the
thing. I was
news.
there. I was there. It was
Yeah.
on the news. And it was closed for that time, I believe. I think. I don't definitely know for sure. But swastikas on the Anne Frank Museum. There's nothing to even
Gross.
say.
Welcome,
I don't
welcome
even
to
know. This is getting too
welcome to the
much for
21st
me.
century.
This is getting too doomsday for me. So anyway, I'm glad that Juneteenth is being back to that
Yes.
celebrated and people are being recognized that slavery did exist and now it doesn't, and we need to work harder because we're still not we're in a mindset that seems to be going backwards at this point. So
Now the important question of the day: do you dunk your
What's that?
donuts?
no, I'm talking about, do you dunk your dickie? So let's go talk
You
about
dunk
this
your
here.
dickie.
Yes, this is the lighter.
That 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 that,
This
that
is
could
the Tush
hurt.
Twins segment called On the Lighter Side.
On the
Okay.
lighter
Now,
side.
hey, if I
You
dunked my
ready?
dickie, it wouldn't be on the lighter side.
This is on
Not
the
not if it
lighter
was hot
side.
coffee.
I'll explain. And
Explain.
Yeah,
I'll
Maxine,
I'll
explain.
read something that my brother Phil used to recite to me. When the weather is hot and sticky, that's not the time to dunk your dickie. But when the frost is on the pumpkin, that's the time for Dickie Duncan. Now, my brother said that because they asked the kids to talk, say a poem in school. I think he was in
Mhm.
first grade. And they called my mom, Ruthie, and said, "Your son said something in class. We either wash his mouth out with soap, you come in, we need to talk because he cannot do this again." And they asked him, "Where did you learn this?" And of course, it was his Uncle Mo, who I met, only a few times before he passed. But all I remember is this thing: when the weather's hot and sticky. And now it's pretty hot and sticky. But that's not the time to dunk your tea.
Vicky.
So that got me to Dunkin'. Let's get into the Dunkin'. Now there's the is there a right way to dunk an Oreo is the question. And also, when did we figure out that dunking donuts was a good thing? So
And
I asked
coffee or
you,
milk. Mm.
yeah, milk. All right. So who wants to explain that? Lucy?
Well,
You
I
want
like Dunkin' Donuts when
okay.
they're a day old because they're a
They're
little stale. So
staler,
if you put them
Right.
in coffee or milk, it moistens them up and it tastes really, really good.
right?
That's my take on Dunkin' the Donuts. It's not Dunkin' Donuts. I'm
Well,
not doing an ad for them.
well,
It's
I
Dunkin' the Donuts.
well
Dunking the
I think
donuts.
the one who started Dunkin', I believe, is William Rosenberg, or it's just the guy William
Oh,
Rosenberg.
William
In
Rosenberg.
1950, I believe, he had an epiphany after creating a delightful range of donuts for the people of Quincy, Mass. He realized that everyone loved to dunk them in their coffee. The
yep.
delicious combination of donuts and coffee became an experience to savor, and people kept coming back for more.
I never dunked Oreos.
You never
No,
sacrilegious
but
man.
I used to like with the Oreos is separate the two and eat the creamy part separate and then eat the
I
two
Yeah,
crackers separate.
I like the vanilla part, the creamy
Yeah.
part, and
It
I
lasts
give
it
away the
lasts longer.
chocolate parts.
But my favorite was the marshmallows, chocolate covered marshmallows,
Oh,
which I
Melrose.
take the chocolate off
Mm.
the marshmallow.
how do you do that?
Oh, I've done that. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
That's
and then
easy.
you have the marshmallow on the cookie.
Oh, great. That is so easy to do,
Yeah,
Maxine. Oh my
I
God.
and then you
If
stick your
you,
tongue
but
in
that's
and you take
that's
off
the
the
Malamar.
marshmallows.
The
I love
marshmallows is the
Malamars.
Malamars, right?
Yeah, the
So you
Malamars.
take in
That's
the
it.
chocolate off the Malamar?
Right.
Yes.
Uh,
It's good. That because it's dark chocolate. So
well,
Well,
you
I
I
don't
take
know.
it off, and I love marshmallows. The marshmallows alone with the cookie part, so good.
good. So, well, I mean, Oreos, I would like to, if you dunk it in milk, yeah, it'll get softer, but if you
Yeah.
dunk it in something hot, it usually drops into your
To your
coffee tea,
coffee,
and then you have
yes,
to scoop it out with a spoon.
and
But
that's cool too.
there is
No, what was good, I liked that I was Fig Newtons. That's one of my
Oh,
favorites.
darn tootin', I love
love
fig
Fig Newton.
Newtons.
Yeah, you're a Fig Newton fan. So am
That's
I.
my favorite cookie
I
in the whole
love
entire universe.
that's I might have to go out
That
and
and
learn some now.
Malamars are equal.
Yeah, no Malamars now. That'd be
No, October, they come out in September
uh
now. They used to only come out in
mm,
October.
yeah,
But
they
Malamars, if you notice, the price has gone up and they're getting smaller.
oh, you mean corporate greed has hit Malamars?
Corporate greed for the last 20 years, they get smaller
Wait, hold
every
on.
year.
Isn't it Biden's fault? I
It
don't
is.
know.
Oh,
It
if 20 years ago, of course it was.
absolutely.
Well, because
So
he was a senator
right,
and
so it's his fault no matter
It's
what.
it's
his
his fault.
fault.
It's just he should get a t-shirt. It's his fault. But
Well,
anyway, just getting back to the dunking the Oreo.
Okay.
And apparently there is a right way and a wrong way to dunk a
Oh, tell
cookie.
me,
To
Maxine, what
dunk
is
a
the wrong way
to
first?
dunk. Wait a minute. To dunk a cookie in milk. And this is according to scientists. This is science, people. In
Science.
1998, a professor at the University of Bristol in the UK, of course, looked into the ideal method for dunking a British biscuit, aka a cookie,
Cookie.
into a drink using the concept of capillary action, the way fluids move spontaneously through small tubes in porous materials, and Washburn's equation, which describes their journey. Could you imagine what they're paying to have these scientific studies done on the dunking of
Oh,
Oreos? I'm wondering how they got funded for this. Anyway,
I want the job.
um, so anyway, eventually it was determined that the typical British biscuit is best dunked for 3.5 to 5 seconds. Using this
Okay.
same technique in 2016, scientists at the University of Utah's Splash Lab, see, it went to the US, determined that the perfect dunk time for the much beloved Oreo. Although
Okay.
the amount of time to get to perfect depends on preferred sogginess levels and milk fat content, the Utah researchers determined that 3 seconds was enough to thoroughly saturate the Oreo without losing structural
And
integrity.
this is probably federal money going into the research.
You don't know. It could be maybe all the various
Okay, next week I
funding.
have a challenge. Everyone bring a hot drink and a cold drink and
Okay.
dunk your cookie. We're gonna do that.
Now, the artist is dunking it into
Not your
coffee. Yeah,
Dickie, your cookie.
your cookie.
Cookie.
I don't like dunking in milk. I dunk it in coffee.
I like
Is that a
dunking in
cookie in
both.
coffee or donut in coffee?
Both.
Oh.
Oh. So then
Oh.
you have the possibility of what happens to me is when it breaks off into your coffee.
My
Uh,
favorite thing, believe it or not, is I love applesauce. I'm an apple freak, so that's my usual dessert. I prefer
you
that
mean an
over
apple freak
cookies.
or just a freak in general?
Just a freak in general.
No,
So
but
I have applesauce. I make applesauce, and I love taking ginger snap cookies and dunking it in my applesauce, and it gets soft, and it's the taste of ginger snap cookies and applesauce is, oh my God,
but it
that
made me
is so
think.
amazing.
What I like doing is cutting slices of apples, like for
Yeah,
dessert or something, and put peanut butter on it.
Yeah,
that's
that's
good too.
good. I like
That's
that
really
too.
yummy.
I like
And
I
that
like
it's
too.
that.
healthy.
I put
But
bananas
now
and peanut butter.
now let's get to the important news of the day of food. Do you
Yeah.
think they
Okay.
should ban Joey Chestnut from Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
Because he sponsors
He's
the
Yeah, he has a
impossible
vegan
no,
foods.
sponsor or something.
I think that's I think they should let him.
stupid.
I
They
think
should let him in.
why can't he go to wherever he wants to get sponsorship, to get money?
Yeah,
Why would he have
because
because he
supposedly
just eats hot dog? Is it in his contract that he
No,
no,
said he
but
because
can't?
vegan
it's
is against hot
beyond
dogs.
it's a hot dog. It's a non-meat hot dog. So they don't want anything because they should have had him be sponsored
I,
by Nathan's.
I don't I'm really not like, who cares?
Yeah, I know.
The
I mean,
world cares.
who cares if he does it or not? I mean,
Well,
I,
Dennis wants to boycott it this year. I've never missed it since I'm a child. We
I
used to
can't
go,
I can't watch that.
oh no, it's my favorite thing. Fourth
You
of
Have
can
July.
you
you don't
do you
I
go
can't
there?
watch it. It grosses me
I
out.
went back when they used before it was televised this big thing. My parents, do you remember Maxine coming with us? We go to Nathan's and Fourth of July and watch them. Maybe they had 10 hot dogs, maybe a hundred
And
people
I don't
show up.
remember watching them
It
do
wasn't
that
on
actually.
TV. I remember going to Nathan's
I don't remember when it
to
started.
watch it. It started in the 30s, I think.
Yeah, hot dog eating. I don't remember that
Or
when I lived in
40s.
Neither
Coney.
neither do I. I don't know how long it's been.
It wasn't a biggie.
I don't
No, it was
I
like
mean,
maybe 50 originally when I was a kid, maybe 30, 40 people were there. And I just remember then it got busier, bigger, and then it was all of a sudden it's on TV.
Yeah, but to me,
When
that's
did the
not eating
Nathan's
hot
hot dog
dogs,
contest begin?
because what they do is they take the roll out and they soak it in water and they shove it in their mouth
yeah.
and they don't chew it and they just shove it in their mouth.
I don't I can't watch it. I think
Mm.
I don't know. It's
But it's
okay,
not
so the
eating.
hot
I
dog
mean, eating
eating
hot,
contest started in Coney Island in 1972.
Yeah, so I
And
remember going with my
usually
dad.
in conjunction with Independence Day. I don't remember personally going there on July
I
4th,
just remember going with
but
my dad. It wasn't big
but
then.
but Joey Chestnut down 62 hot dogs last year.
And it wasn't his record.
I think it's 70.
62. No, it says 62. It's on
No, that
here.
was last year. I think it's 70
Last
something.
year,
Last year, July 4th, 2023, 62
Yeah.
hot dogs. And
He's done over
also,
70.
well, I don't know. But in any event, now
So,
that
but
he's
anyway,
not, if he's
if
not
if
in there, I mean, I wouldn't want to
yeah,
watch it.
if you listen to the show and
He's
you're
the
listening to
king.
it now, send your letters of complaint to Nathan's Hot Dogs.
No, it'd be Nathan's at,
And
I don't know. Who owns Nathan's hot dogs now?
they're owned by, I think, a Chinese company,
Are they?
from what I
And they don't,
heard.
Really?
and there's no champ. No, I would better not say this.
And
That won't go over well.
and there's no chow mein sandwich.
Not you said it, not me, but I was trying to be politically correct on that, and you just went right for it anyway.
Okay,
But
in 2021, Joey Chestnut broke the all-time record of 76 hot dogs.
right, he didn't. But it
In
should
19
trail.
what?
In 2021.
2021?
Yes.
Yeah, last year it was different. He trended down,
Yeah, he did.
but the
He
fact
did
that
62.
oh man, it says he was banned for inking a deal with a company that makes plant-based Franks. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Over rival deal.
Who owns
He'll
Nathan's Hot
probably
Dogs?
be a lot healthier for it anyway. So Joey, I think it's time that you retired anyway. Could you imagine what his stomach? I can't. I don't know.
His stomach, his esophagus, it's like
Yeah, one of the
he
other
should
competitors.
retire.
Yeah, one of the other you know,
Kobayashi?
yeah, didn't he get sick or something? So one of them
No,
got
he
sick.
was kicked out of there too.
Why? What did he do?
He quit because he wanted to be compensated. So he boycotted it. So he hasn't
Oh.
been on since he won that time. He
Oh, I thought
wanted to
there
be
was somebody who
compensated.
actually got somebody doing it that got sick or something. I can't even amazing. I
It
mean,
wasn't Kobayashi.
oh, all right. Well,
He
I don't
got
know who.
he was a tiny little thing when he first started doing this. Then he became this giant Buddha.
Mm, well, they who was on
Well, but
a comedian Jamie Loftus said, author of the book Raw Dog: The Naked Truth About Hot Dogs. He told
Mhm.
NPR about Chestnut, they need him more than he needs them. That's what he said.
Of course they do.
So,
But now someone else will come along.
well,
but not.
they're going to make a deal. There was this little, I think, this Asian woman who was small, who used to win a lot of the contests.
Yes.
They train their stomach. There's a
I don't
way of
know
training.
how.
And they can't throw up.
No,
Ugh, this is gross. That's why I don't watch it.
I
It makes
love
me.
watching
It
it.
makes me want. I mean, it's purely disgusting to me to watch.
I have
Even like
never missed one since I'm a kid.
nope. I'm like, well, that
well, did you ever see? I
1972.
forget the name of the show, but it's now run on some of the off channels where if you eat a certain amount, it's not a contest, but there are restaurants that if you can eat
Oh,
their
that's
big
what's his
dish.
name? Adam Rich.
Adam Rich.
What
He
is it?
got very, very sick. So he had to stop. He would go to places and have to try the hottest chilies
The hottest.
or
Nope.
he was great, but he got very ill and he couldn't do it anymore. Then they had this other guy who started up then by the time they had to cancel the show because
Yeah.
he got very ill.
But they still have the show that the guy has the hot sauce and he brings on celebrities and they
Yeah.
give them little bits of it gets higher and higher and higher until they can't
No, thank you.
take it.
Yeah, I read
That's an actual show. That's an actual thing.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
speaking about the hot sauce, my favorite hot sauce is sriracha.
Yeah, me
I love
too.
sriracha.
The one that
That's
has
mine
the
too.
rooster on the thing.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
they
the original one.
But
for a while
supposedly,
you couldn't
I don't
get
know.
it. Yeah,
Supposedly they're going to stop making it over the summer because they don't have enough of the peppers.
right.
It was
They said
Ooh,
that there's going to be a
I know.
bidding war for sriracha now.
right.
People are
But they
are
have
drink.
Tabasco now makes a sriracha sauce,
Yeah, but
and it's really good. It's not as good as the
It's not as
original.
spicy though.
it's not
No,
as
that's
hot.
why I could
The
eat it.
original sriracha gives you a kick in your pants a bit.
Oh
It's
yeah.
good though, and I love it. It's like a
Yeah.
little sweet with a spice.
Yeah, I've been using the green chili sauce as
Mm.
well, which
I
is
have
a
to be
slightly
careful.
milder.
My acid
And anyway, my
reflux.
children,
I use that with eggs. It's good. Anyway,
my children,
Ketchup.
my little beeper just beeped. We have been on
okay.
30 minutes, and since we're talking, I'm hungry.
Okay,
I'm
Well, the
hungry,
title of
so
this show should be "What do you like to dunk?" I'll leave it at that.
and next
Uh,
week, don't forget your
don't
coffee
go
or
right
hot
and tell, and
tea
also
and
anyone
milk, glass of milk.
anyone out there, all our 5 listeners, let us know what you like to dunk.
what was it? Dunking for dollars.
Let's what would you what do you like to dunk?
What
That
do you
should
like
be
to dunk?
Or
What
if
forget
kind
about,
of
if
cookies?
we had a website and we could do it, we have to get a website.
or who would you like to dunk?
Who would I like to
Oh, I
dunk?
like to dunk. You have no idea, but I will
I
not
Yeah,
say
know.
it on
like
the
to
air.
dunk in
Anyway,
one of
guys,
those pools that you throw the thing at. Oh yeah, but except I would like him to be dunked into a fiery pit of whatever. All
okay,
right.
that's enough, Max.
Tar and
Okay.
feather.
I didn't say who I meant.
I know who you meant. I
Oh,
do the
okay.
show many shades. I do the show with you many shades of
You
green.
know.
I
Wait,
know who you
I
meant.
know who she means, and I agree, but I also want my ex-husband.
Bye,
No,
guys.
come on.
See you next
You're
week.
bad. All righty.
Bye.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Shalom.
Bye.
Happy
Ta-ta.
Juneteenth, everyone.
Yes, enjoy your Juneteenth, the history.